Today, it is my pleasure to welcome artist Tysen Knight to Eye on the Desert. Welcome back to Tysen. Good to see you.
Hey, Patrick. Good to see you. Long time. Good to see you, though, man.
It has been a while. You've been very busy. You've been doing a lot of different kinds of projects, but you're working with students, and I really wanted you to kind of give us some detail on the work you've been doing with these students and their artwork.
You know, I've been fortunate to work with the middle school students. I started with the BAM project, BAM, Boys Art Mentoring. We started with the 5 different middle schools in the Palm Springs Unified School District. Then one of those schools, CVC, Silla Vista Charter, I started another project outside of that. So we went from 3rd grade all the way up to 8th grade. So I was able to add some of the elementary kids onto that project. And that's something we're doing now, coinciding with my Boys Art Mentoring program, which is really fascinating. Then I was able to get a chance to actually start high school. So I'm going to be doing a continuation school in Desert Hot Springs. So everything is picking up, and it's amazing that I'm able to be in all these schools and do so much incredible art with so many talented kids. So it's really cool to be able to share my gifts with them in that nature. So I got it all covered, elementary to high school.
Well, you know, and you also, in addition to your incredibly talented artwork that you are able to showcase to these kids, you have a really interesting story to tell them, and it's a great story of success. So I think it's very inspirational.
Yes. You know, it was fascinating because when I started mentoring, I didn't really know that was my thing. Like I was kind of organically brought into that. So you're right. My backstory, coming from a troubled teen to actually being able to cultivate my gifts and understand them, and then becoming a mentor actually made everything come together for me. So then I had a higher level understanding what my artwork represented, not only to me, but the people outside of me. So I think that was incredible that I was able to have that come together for me. So that's a blessing. Yes, absolutely. So I share that with my children all the time. So.
Well, I think it's such an important message because kids can understand that their art is an avenue away from trouble and toward a really positive outcome. And you're just a great example of that. You've got a program coming up, and obviously everything is still a little up in the air given the Omicron variant, but you've been working with Sunnyland. So you've got a project coming up at the end of January. Tell me about that.
So we're supposed to have this interactive family day at Sunnylands. That'll be January 30th. If everything goes according to plan, I'll be creating a mural, and then I'll have families and people that can come participate and paint the mural with me as well. So it's going to be really, really cool. Sunnylands is such an amazing place. They have really their artwork they have there, just everything about that, the history there. It's just so incredible. Beautiful staff there. Everybody there is amazing. I just hope that we get the opportunity to do that. So I think that's something really.
Well, hopefully we will. Hopefully this settles down, because I think it's really important to get back to these in-person events. I know it's been a difficult time, and particularly for artists who are working with kids, and you had to be, virtual, if at all. So I know it's important to you to get back to kind of hands-on artwork and hands-on mentoring.
Yes, absolutely. After the pandemic, and then we actually went back into the schools. It was so important because we kind of lost that connection with Zoom because so many of the kids were getting Zoom fatigue, and I would see that attendance was going down and down and down. So we got back in person. I could see the morale and everything. Everybody was like up in spirits, and just having that physical contact is so important, man. So important. So I think you're right about that. Absolutely.
Well, Tysen, it is always a pleasure to have you on Eye on the Desert. You have an open invitation, and I look forward to having you back in the studio when we can do those things as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing, man.